Afternoon everybody, and welcome back to Birmingham Wildlife Conservation Park for the latest in our Wednesday Facebook Live videos. We are in our nocturnal house today as we continue our alphabet theme. And yeah, we are up to X, which would have been a tricky one. But yeah, X is for Xenarthra, so I will kind of explain what that is. And yeah, we'll have a look at what's in here. So as you can see, we are in with our sloths and our Duraculi monkeys and our armadillo, who is also shuffling about on the floor. So yeah, like I say, X is for Xenarthra, and Xenarthra is a kind of super group of mammals. And it includes the sloths, the armadillos, and the anteaters. So all of these are obviously South American mammals. Well, South and Central American, I should say. Well, even up into North America, actually, for the armadillo. American mammals is probably the best way of putting it. And yeah, so because X is for Xenarthra, we are going to focus on our sloths and the armadillo, actually, who I wasn't sure if he'd be out, but he is on the floor here, just having a bit of a run around at the moment. There he is. So yeah, we'll start on the armadillo because he's here. Hello everybody. Hi Tim, Judith, Mary, Judith. Hello everybody. Yeah, I'm quite impressed actually by how the phone is picking up the red light. It's actually quite good. Hi Jason, hope you're okay. As ever guys, feel free to send in questions, I'll do my best to answer them. But yeah, as the armadillo is bobbling about on the floor, we'll just have a quick chat about him, even though he's just gone into the darkest corner of the enclosure. So our armadillo is a southern three-banded armadillo, so quite a small species of armadillo. As you can see, he's bobbling about on the floor. So armadillos are kind of insectivorous mammals. The southern three-banded armadillo is found down in South America, and as I say, is quite a small species. Armadillo are well armoured, as you can kind of see, and the southern three-banded armadillo is quite impressive with his armour, because when they do roll up into a ball to protect themselves, they actually fit into a perfect ball. Their head and their tail actually kind of come together and form like a perfect sphere. So they are completely protected, which is really, really good. Obviously very good protection for them. He is still there in the darkness. So yeah, he bobbles around on the floor there, having a bit of a run round. So yeah, this exhibit that we're in is part of the nocturnal house. This is our kind of South American area. And then we've got our cloud rats in another enclosure, and then we've got our potto in the third bit. Hi Lorraine, hope you're okay. So Phil, we all move up to the sloths now. We've got 4 sloths here at the wildlife park. So we have Ermal and Midnight, and I can't remember which one. I can't remember. I can't really tell who's who now out of those two. So that's those two there, and then we have Safi with our latest little youngster on her at the moment there. I didn't know they could hold their breath for 6 minutes, Mary. Very good. No, it's a very good fact. They're not closely related to pangolins, as far as I'm aware, Tim. Like I say, armadillos are a kind of American species, whereas pangolins are more African and Asian. So I think it's just something we call convergent evolution. So two things kind of evolve separately, but with the same kind of thing. So you look at tenrecs on Madagascar, which look a lot like hedgehogs, but they've evolved completely separately. Now, I'm not actually sure how old this youngster is, Judith. I I can't remember when it was born. I don't normally work with these guys, so I'm not as clued up on them as with other stuff. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure when it was born. I mean, is it coming up to a year old now, maybe? Not sure, I'm just trying to gauge by the size of it. It is a big lump now. So, the species of sloth we've got here are Linnaeus's two-toed sloth. So obviously you get two-toed sloths and three-toed sloths, and there's a number of species of each. Well, I think there's 2 species of two-toed, and there's a few species of three-toed. They get their name from the, well, as it is kind of in their name, it's because they have 2 toes on their front feet, hands, arms, whatever you want to call them. And you can just see there, you can see the 2 claws on the foot there. Got a Duracell monkey coming to sniff as well. And Safi is sniffing my hand. But yeah, you can see the 2 claws there, just on the branch. So that's where two-toed sloths. That's the difference, the main difference between 2 toes and 3 toes. 2 toes have got 2 toes on the front feet, whereas 3 toes have got 3. Both species have got 3 toes on the back feet, so it is only the front feet that differ. So, like I say, these guys are a South American species. Obviously very well known for hanging upside down, moving around very slowly. They can actually kind of put on a turn of pace if they need to, but most of the time they are fairly slow, as you can see. Sloths mainly eat leaves and things in the wild, and we feed them salads and leaf eater pellets with a little bit of fruit and veg as well. They are classed as least concern in the wild, which is kind of good news for them. They do obviously face threats from deforestation and things like that, but nothing too major at this moment in time. We'll just move this way and see if we can get over to view that. Hello, Safi. Yeah, like you say, Becky, especially when there's food around, they will move rather quickly. I feel like I'm about to get mobbed by the 2 Duracell monkeys as well. What are we doing? Right, Saf. I do love coming in here. I used to, when I first started here, I worked on this section, and I do miss coming to see the sloths every day. So yeah, it's a good question, Tim. Sloths do come down to the ground, and they come down to the ground to go to the toilet. So they will kind of crawl down onto the ground, which obviously when they're most vulnerable, go to the toilet, which they only do every kind of 4 or 5 days or so, and then move their way back up into the trees. Obviously, like I say, they're very vulnerable when they're down on the ground, and they are prey to predators such as jaguars and ocelot, things like that. And then when they're up in the trees, they can also be prey to eagles and snakes and things like that as well. I don't think they really damage the trees they live in. Like I say, they eat the leaves, but other than that, they are just part of the ecosystem. Now, as far as I know, they don't really damage the trees at all. So this species of sloth's got quite a good range from Central America all the way down through quite a lot of North and South America as well, which again probably helps with their least concern rating on the IUCN Red List. They've got big wet noses, as you can see from Safi here. I'm going to have a look at it. I'm pretty sure this one here is midnight, because they've come over. Ermal, being Ermal, is just sat in a ball over there. They do have some vocalizations, mainly when they're annoyed with each other, or they'll have a bit of a shout at each other. Other than that, they're fairly quiet animals. Their claws, their claws aren't very sharp. They do have very sharp teeth, so sloths have lost a number of their teeth evolutionarily, but they do still have very big, sharp canines. But yeah, they the claws aren't particularly sharp. So yeah, I don't think they're much use against against predators. So these guys don't actually come outside. They do live in here permanently as they're part of the nocturnal house. It's difficult to give kind of nocturnal animals an outdoor space, as obviously their daytime is our nighttime. So if we gave them outdoor space, they'd get a bit, not confused, but it would be dark in here and then they'd go outside and it's light, and then vice versa. So yeah, they do stay in here. Sloths are one of those species that aren't truly nocturnal. They're kind of just active whenever, to be honest. So I don't know if you may have seen them kind of outdoors at other zoos. I know Chester have recently given theirs outdoor access. Well, not recently, it's probably about 3 years ago now. But that's because they're in a kind of daytime setting as opposed to a nighttime setting. Right then, guys, if you've got any last minute questions, feel free to send them in. Otherwise we will leave the sloths to it, and the armadillo, who has come back down to say hello, scurrying around as he does. Yeah, the Duriculi monkeys are bobbling around as well. So we've got 2 Duriculi monkeys that live in here with our sloths and the armadillo. So Safi here has been at the park for longer than I've been here. She's probably been here about 10 years now. And then Ermal, her partner, arrived 2015, I think it was. And then the other 2 were both born here. So yeah, we've had sloths since this building was kind of converted into the nocturnal house that it is now. Safi was the first. Ermal then arrived a few years later, and then yeah, they had a little bit of breeding success too, which is great. Hi Matt, hope you're okay, mate. I've got a feeling the armadillo is going to try and bury into my foot in a minute. A bit of digging in the corner next to me. I don't know if you can hear him. Oh, maybe he's just gone right behind you. Try not to step on him on the way out. Thank you, Phil. Yes, hopefully the park can have a bit of success in the awards. It'll be nice, either on a personal level or a team level. It'll be really nice. So with the offspring, Midnight has been here. I mean, she was born here. How old is she now? 4, 5 years now, and she hasn't been requested to move on. It's obviously same with the little one at the moment. I'm sure they will move on at some point. But as far as I'm aware at the moment, there aren't any plans, so we will wait and see. Good question, Ellie. How long do sloths live for? I'm not actually 100% sure. I think they can go up to about 20s or something like that. But I'm not sure. It's a good question. That's something I probably should have looked up, but I didn't. So yeah, apologies for that. I'm not actually sure how old Safi is now. She must be at least 12 or so. Yeah, Tim, there's some council awards coming up, which some of us have been kind of shortlisted for, which will be nice, and the team as a whole. So yeah, I think I've been shortlisted for these very videos. The whole team has been shortlisted as well, and some of the other staff as well for other bits and bobs. So yeah, fingers crossed we can do all right. Midnight's still here, Phil. Yeah, Midnight's still here. Just this one up here, I do believe. I'm going to try and zoom in. That one's Midnight there. I believe. Midnight and Ermal look very, very similar. So yeah, I can't actually tell them apart anymore. Thank you, everybody. We will let you know. We'll let you know how we do. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Right, we will call it a day there. We will leave these guys to it. We'll leave the Armadillo to carry on trundling around, and we'll leave the Sloths to hang out as they do, quite literally. So we'll be back next week with the letter Y. We've only got two more alphabety videos left. So yeah, I think we'll probably do yellow-breasted capuchins next week. And yeah, we'll be back same time, same place next week. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you then. Bye.